Hey, it's Dan from Diane Talk, Real Talk. So let's talk. I'm going to give you an update. I had a coffee date with John, not his real name, by the way. So I was off today, so I texted him and said, do you want to do it earlier before the weather gets really bad outside or crappy outside? He said, sure. So long story short, we met for coffee. Started out really, really well. Nice looking guy, dressed well, very presentable, very nice. We talked about what we like, what we don't like, what the site is like, and how challenging it can be to meet someone through there. Then we talked about us, our personal lives. So how long we were married, what happened, etc., etc. So John told me exactly this. This is exactly how we started this conversation. I've been a very good boy while I was married. My entire marriage, I was a very, very good boy. Okay, what does that mean? All right, so I was married to someone, Diane, who didn't like, certain things. Didn't like oral sex, doggy style, it was once a week, lying down at night in the dark, blah, 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 blah. So very traditional. I never got a chance to live any of my fantasies. All right, that's fine. So, and how about you, Diane? And I said, well, I had a very different life, obviously, a different lifestyle. And my husband was more conservative than I am, but he also understood the importance of sex to me and sex in general. So I didn't have any complaints, not one. All right. So then everything was going along very well. And we were in a coffee shop and there was a lot of people. And as I'm thinking about it, I realized I should have realized it sooner. Nobody was leaving because I guess this conversation was quite inspiring, especially when he turned to me and he said, Diane, do you know how many men you slept with? I'm like, yes, I do. I have a ballpark idea because he pissed me off with that question. He says, a ballpark. I said, you know what that means, right? Give or take 5 or 10. Yeah, ballpark. He's like, well, that's not good. Don't you know exactly? I said, why are you asking me this question? This makes no sense to me. It doesn't matter. My husband never asked me that question. I cannot get it in my head. So he's like, well, I want to make sure that the person I'm with knows their way around. Okay. Well, how would you know the difference, sweetheart, if you've only done missionary in the dark on Saturday night? Like, really and truly, you got to think about this. Oh, I'd like a threesome too. When the woman over at the next table almost spilled her coffee, she was laughing so much. So at one point, John got up to go to the washroom, which was fine. And the guy who was serving us, I know him because I go there all the time. He's like, Diane, like, this can't really be happening to you again. I'm like, I don't know. I said, the good thing is nothing has come out of his pants. Like, I'm grateful for this so far. He's like, what are you doing here? I said, I don't know. I thought I was going on a date to meet someone and, whatever. He goes, your dates have not gone well. I said, well, thanks, Steve. Thanks a lot for that very insightful help. And by now, John is coming back. So he goes away. So then he's like, he says, well, what kind of things do you like? I said, well, I'm a little 50 Shades of Grey. He said, you're what? Pardon me? What? I said, 50 Shades of Grey. I'm a little on the wild side. He's like, I said, well, why don't you go home and look that up and then, see how things go. And because by this point now, I was very demotivated with this or unmotivated, whatever the hell it is. I could not believe this. Again, the guy was really nice looking. I could see myself going out with him. But when you ask me such a ridiculous question and then you expect me not to get my back up, because I did, my back, my front, my everything, I'm pissed. Don't ever ask me such a stupid question. I would never ask you that question. So now he realizes, I think I've done a boo-boo. Now he's trying to make it up to me, right? And I'm not buying it. He said, maybe I'm just nervous and that's why I'm asking stupid questions. I said, or maybe you're just stupid and that's why you're asking stupid questions. So the conversation went like, anyways. So you know what, guys? Here's the thing. Like, what is it? What is this happening? If I find out that someone has done something, but see, the logical part of me, I don't think anyone could because I met this person on a dating site. I mean, I know people have had fantastic results on that dating site or these dating sites. Unfortunately, I ain't one of them. I don't mind anything, but lead into something. Let it go somewhere. Don't just boom. I would never, I don't get it. I swear to God, I don't get it. This is, I'm frustrated, but I'm frustrated because I tell you right now, I, I, I got a text from him an hour after I got home saying, let's schedule a dinner date. I'll behave myself, I promise. Okay. So we're going to do that. We're going to do that. No problem. But I, again, I have to put all this out of my head because I was ticked. And then I got a text from this guy. We exchanged information over the site, and he wants to play. His name is Dominic, and he wants to play. He's very flirtatious. All right. So I have a lot to look forward to this afternoon, and I will update you tomorrow on Dominic and the frolicking John. We'll see how that goes. And here's a question. Do you know how many people you slept with? How would you feel if I asked you that question? I'm absolutely, when I don't have anything to say, you know it's messed up. This is Diane from Diane Talk Real Talk. I'll see you tomorrow, and come up with your number. Maybe we'll exchange it. Ciao.